Alright, knife community, Big J coming at you tonight. We're going to do an open tag that was started by no other than Boston Blade Reviews. If you guys follow me, then I know you follow him because we actually have a live show together that we do on Sundays called Happy Hour Live Chat. That's every Sunday, 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern. We're in two different time zones, so it's, we got to keep it separated like that. So I want to hop on this open tag and talk about 3 knives I'm going to take in the woods with me if I'm going to be out in the wilderness for a week. But before we get right into that, I want you to go ahead, hit that subscribe button to my channel, like the video, leave a comment. You guys know I like talking to you, and every comment I try to respond to. So be sure you do that. But before I talk about that too, I want to thank Thrifty Kniffy and Slip Joint Sawyer. They had me on their show that was posted this morning. Showing my collection. It's kind of a new series I got going called the Gung Ho Knife Show, and they asked me to go on, and I was more than happy to do it. Just a great time. Those two guys are really great and do a lot for the knife community, so be sure you head over there and check that video out. I will tag it in my description below, but we're going to slow it down a little bit. I feel like I'm always rushing on these videos, so I want to slow it down and do this one here justice because Kevin's my boy. Boston Blade Reviews is a good friend of mine. We trade a lot. We talk every day. And so I want to do this video justice and show him how much I care about, the videos that he puts out and the open tags that he does, because he really thinks outside the box when he posts these open tags. But this is all about knives I would take to the wilderness if I'm going to be gone for 7 days. I don't know what kind of order other people have been doing these in. I've watched a lot of the responses because Kevin kind of has to go radio silent through the day, so I'm kind of sending him messages through the day on the videos that other people are doing and kind of, let him know, hey man, HTEDC done one, it was great, SOG done one, Jersey done, I'm just trying to give him as much feedback as I can through the daytime. But if you guys look here, you guys know I'm a case guy, so we'll talk about my slip joint. Now, the whole idea was what slip joint, what EDC folder, and what fixed blade you would take. So we're going to talk about the slip joint first. You guys know I'm a case guy, and actually Kevin traded me for this knife right here, but the first thing I'm going to take for a slip joint is just going to be your basic trapper. Now, why are you going to take just a trapper, Jerry? Well, you know what? If I'm going to take me what I'm going to take is a 1022 with about 200 rounds, maybe 500 rounds, I don't know, because you're going to miss a lot of a Ruger 1022 with a small optic on it to kill squirrel, rabbits, anything else you see coming around that you can devour, that you can cook. Now you got to clean those things, right? So what better thing to use to clean a small game animal than a case trapper? This will get it done. It's not too big. It's not too small. If I kill a squirrel, because that would be kind of the main target. I just got to make it 7 days, right? Squirrel is going to be one of my main targets. Squirrel, rabbit, stuff like that. I'm going to be near a water source of some kind. This right here will skin that. If I got some type of fishing equipment with me, catch some bluegill, I can clean them with this. Very basic, very simple case trapper. We use the spay blade. We all know what spay blades are for, but we can also use that to skin the animals. You're not piercing. You're just skinning the animal, saving as much meat as possible. Put it on your open fire. Devour the animal. How many calories do you need for a week? You think about it. You're probably going to need 800 to 1,000 a day. You're still going to lose weight. But 800 to 1,000 will get you by. And this right here, if you drop it, I'm going to be able to see it. So if I drop that in the greenery, I can look down and probably spot that pretty easy, right? Yes, I can. Now, we got that out of the way. We talked about why we're carrying a trapper. We're going to use this as cleaning the small game, because if you're only there for 7 days, do you need to shoot a deer? Then you got to worry about the meat and all this, and then you're wasting the animal. Maybe you don't want to do that. I know I wouldn't want to. So, small game. That's what I'm going to be going after. Now, the second thing I'm going to take for my EDC, my modern folder, is the Buck 112 Sport Pro. I knew as soon as he posted that video, I knew this was going to be one of them, because you can manipulate it one-handed, you can open it one-handed, You can close it one-handed if you're just careful. You know, you just give her a little jiggle, she comes down. So if you're holding something, you can still open and close your knife one-handed. So this is going to be my second choice. Some people will say, well, why the Buck 112 Sport Pro? Well, my question is, why not? For one, it's just a thicker knife. You know, here's a pair of two. We can look at the thickness comparison here. The 112 Sport Pro is definitely thicker. So if you're in the woods for that extended amount of time, you're going to be cold, you're going to be shaking, your dexterity is going to be a little off. And then you think about, well, what about a Benchmade bug out or something like that? Well, you know what? That'd be great and all if it didn't have an axis lock. Now, I've had a 940 in the past that failed on me after 9 months of easy use. So if I'm out in the woods, I don't want to risk, you know, these things failing and then me having a tool that is basically useless. I just don't want to do that. So again, you look at the blade stock on this Sport Pro. The pair of twos not too far off, but that tip out there on the pair of two, she gets really slim. This has a swedge, so you do have some meat after the swedge to kind of hold that tip in place. So yeah. And then again, just the fullness in your hand. The forward finger choil. This has a forward finger choil as well, and it's nice, but I just feel more comfortable if I'm out there for a week and my dexterity's a little off. I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable with this, and it seems like my heat treat on this, that Boss heat treat, is a little bit better than, say, your S30V that's in a Benchmade, or the S45 VN that's in your pair of three. You know, your pair of threes, you know, it's a little bit similar, but again, I'm going to feel more comfortable with that 112 Sport Pro. I'm a little more comfortable with it just because of the heat treat I know that's behind it. I could strap that on my belt or boot and just have a good time with it the whole time I'm out there. Not really worry too much. So that's going to be option number 2 for my modern EDC. Well, let's open this up too. And of course, this is carbon steel. But again, you know, I'm going to take some other things with me to protect that. Now, next we're going to talk about the fixed blade we're going to have. The Bark River Gunny. That's my 3 blades. Why the Bark River Gunny? Again, I'm so comfortable with this knife. The heat treat is impeccable. I've done a lot of testing on this. I sent it back to Bark River. I had the ramp removed, I had the spine sharpened, and I had a full height convex grind put on it. This is just A2 steel, but since I've got this knife back from them, I've done half a hog and 2 white-tailed deer, and it'll still slice right through paper, no problems, no questions asked. I just drop it when I'm done with it, and it comes right back. So it's a reliable tool. And some people say, well, that's a little small. You know, we got a little patina out there on the tip too. That don't bother me at all. I can just sand that right off. But, well, it's a little small. Well, why do you need it? You're seven days, man. And if I'm going out there for 7 days in my pack, if I need to cut up some firewood, I'm taking a dang silky saw with me. No one said I couldn't take this with me, right? We're just talking about knives. Guys, when you're out in the woods and you're tired, you're hungry, and say you have a hatchet or a large knife and you're whacking at something, you're just... Now, I'm not saying this is for everybody. I'm just saying for myself, I'm going to feel a lot more safer with this to cut some wood, you know, cut some downfall to create a fire, than I am if I have a larger blade doing this, or a hatchet or an axe. You know, this is just a lot safer option. So here it is, guys. And this knife right here, that A2 steel, I can baton with this all day long, and you're not going to damage it. You're not going to hurt it. It's micarta. It's going to be reliable. If you drop it and it hits a rock, it's not going to shatter. A piece of the scale isn't going to come off. It may mar it a little bit. It may dent it. It may scratch it, but I don't think you're going to bust that micarta off. If you drop this straight down on the concrete, yeah, you're going to pick it up and you're still going to have a whole knife here to hold. Same with this here, micarta. Don't really have to worry about it. Now this right here, the plastic may chip around a pin, or you might get some pin cracks or something like that. But again, I'm not going to be hard using this. I'm just going to be taking this and skinning animals with it. Skinning, processing some small game that I shoot and kill with my 10-22. Because think about how many 22 cartridge shells you can hold in your front pocket. Probably a couple hundred, I'd say. You know, that'd be my guess. And, you know, you can kill a lot of things with a 10-22. So guys, this is fun. I want to thank Boston Blade Reviews for putting out this awesome open tag. And I want to promote anyone who wants to hop on this. Do it, please. I know he would love to see everyone's responses. I know right now at this moment he's at home watching videos because he'd actually sent me a message about 10 minutes ago on talking about HT_EDC's video that he put out in response to it. So guys, be sure you check it out. Don't forget, Happy Hour live chat every Sunday, 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central. Be sure you come over there. We're going to have a month-long raffle for December with a couple of blades. And, of course, we'll always give out a blade or two each show. You know, you just guess a number between 1 to 100, and if you win, we send you some knives. Or some swag or whatever we got. We got plenty of knives to give out. We got a lot of generous donors out there. Again, guys, hop on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and be sure you head over to Boston Blade Reviews and check out his channel as well. All right, guys. I'm going to sign off here. Be sure while you're out there, you stay sharp and you stay strong.